What's good, YouTube? It's your main man, AB the Hero, back again with another video. Today's video, we're talking about the Hornets. Just hired a new coach. We got to get into it. We got to talk about it. I'm going to give you my opinion. I'm going to give y'all some opinions that I feel like folks share around the world.
Triple B's! AB the Hero, back at it, baby.
First things first, appreciate y'all for slamming the like button on this one. This is something that has been a long time coming. This is a topic that we've all been waiting to have for a while now. Throughout the season, people were saying, yo, we got to get Borrego out of here. And with that, there were some names that people wanted to have replace him. And I'll say that in my time listening to people talk about who they wanted to replace Borrego, I don't think that this name came up. Kenny Atkinson. I feel like there's a few people, like let's say if there's 5 prospects, he probably was number 5 on the list, but he was nobody's 1, 2, or 3, especially within the fan base. There's a clip we'll play, and Woj will talk a little bit about this hire, give some details on the contract and all of that jazz, and then I'll like, you know, we'll talk about it a bit more. I'll tell you why I think this is a good idea, but then also could be a bit of an issue. Let's get into it.
Kenny Atkinson, Golden State's assistant coach. He's agreed to a 4-year deal, I'm told, to become the new head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. Previously, he was a head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. Atkinson met with Michael Jordan, Charlotte's owner, Wednesday here in town, solidified that offer, and now he'll be the 4th coach in this Steve Kerr era, including Mike Brown, who's on the bench in these finals, who's on his way to become the next head coach of the Sacramento Kings. But Kenny Atkinson, listen, he goes to Charlotte on a team that has gotten better each year. The last few years, they fired James Borrego, but they want better defense. They wanted better accountability with that group. It's been very good. They've gotten young players better, but Kenny Atkinson now goes to Charlotte to become now their new head coach, and obviously he'll finish up here in the finals with the Warriors.
For those of you saying,
all right, so we heard a lot from Woj there, but we also heard nothing from Woj there. That's number one point that concerns me, right? Is he talked about they want to get better on defense. They want to be more accountable. They want to do, and the number one thing that we heard from Mitch Kupchak in that one press conference is they need somebody who's relatable. They need somebody who can have a better dialogue in the locker room, somebody who can communicate information. We saw this team get better and play better defense at certain points in the season. We saw this team come to the podium night in and night out and take accountability for what they had going on. We saw this team as continuously people said, yo, these guys work. They work hard. They got together in the offseason and put in the work. The young bucks putting in work. Folks is passionate about it. What we missed was a solid voice in that locker room. That everybody would be able to listen to, that everybody would be able to relate to, and they would be able to follow. What makes me nervous about this Kenny Atkinson deal is that I don't know if that's that, right? Like I said, most folks I feel like know him from his time in Brooklyn and how he turned around that Brooklyn Nets team with D'Angelo Russell and all of that. Obviously, as a Warriors assistant coach, that adds some cachet to your resume, right? You in the finals right now, sounds good. But when most people talked about who they wanted to come in, they could also say, man, we wanted D'Antoni because the pace that he gonna play with, right? He gonna unlock LaMelo. He gonna do this. They say, yo, we want this Mark Jackson because we know that the style he's gonna bring is hopefully one that will unlock this young Hornets team the same way he unlocked that Golden State Warriors team, right? Also bringing the cachet of the name, which we know that oftentimes in the NBA circles, having a name that people care about, having a resume that people care about, oftentimes gives you the respect. That's why some folks, when Ham went over to the Los Angeles Lakers, they was like, they need somebody who gonna pull some weight in there and get LeBron to do whatever they, you know what I mean, needs to be done. Can he do it? Ham would have been a good key component to me, for this Hornets team to pick up, obviously though, if you're gonna get the job in LA or if you're gonna get the job in Charlotte, most people taking that job in LA. But to me, would have been really good because you would have had a younger coach, right? An ex player, and I'm maybe Kenny Atkinson played, I don't know. An ex player, but maybe somebody who was more relatable to that locker room. Somebody who all of these players in there. If you look at, think about this. You got Miles Bridges, you got LaMelo Ball, you got Rozier, and you got Montrezl Harrell. You damn near got the blackest, ratchetest team in the NBA between the three. Grills, Raps, everybody. You know what I mean? Just across PJ Washington, Brittany. Like you got the team who needs somebody with some mitigated gall, some gumption, who can step in there and really control that locker room. I don't know if Kenny Atkinson is that guy. X's and O's probably great. We could go over here real fast and we'll look at this trajectory that they went on in Brooklyn. Let's go here. That's previous season. Let's go. All right, so 2016, I believe, is where we had Kenny Atkinson join the Brooklyn Nets squad here. All right, let me get a little more punch. Can we get? All right, so had him join the Brooklyn Nets squad right here. 20 and 62 in that first year. This is something else. All right, so you see them right now. We could go look at this roster. No names. Bojan Bogdanovic, Dinwiddie, Yogi Ferrell, some names that you heard before, but no list of names that you see that and be like, you know what, man, y'all gonna make the playoffs with that squad, right? And obviously they didn't finish 15 in the East. Now, second season, you see them get a little bit better, go from 15th to 12th in the East, right? You get a D'Angelo Russell addition to the team, who is young. This is D'Angelo Russell year 2. They got him up out of, or not year 2. So it's rookie year 1, year 2. So that's the way they do it, which is kind of weird. So that's why you see Karis LeVert year 1, but then you see Jared Allen rookie here. So you got a young Jared Allen. You got some pieces here that you can start to build around. Now you continue to move it here, and you see in year 3 is where they had to jump, finishing 6th in the NBA Eastern Conference. You go down here, you see D'Angelo Russell took a leap from 15 points a game in the season previous to 21 points. I think that for most folks, they feel like that is the piece that they want to see, right? You unlock D'Angelo Russell, young team here. They were not great at all, but then consistently got better each year. The thing that I realize about this, though, is this Hornets team is not necessarily set up, or they don't have the leeway to get better every year slowly like that. They can't go 20 games and then you got 3 years to then go get a 40-win season. He's got to come out of the gate with this team and win 40, 50 games and take them into the playoffs. That's what folks are expecting and wanting to see from Kenny Atkinson right now. Obviously, we go to his final season there, and still managed to hold the water in with the Brooklyn Nets. The addition of Kyrie Irving in them, and then they say, you know what, we're going to get you up out of here, bring in Steve Nash, and then make things happen. So what's interesting here to me as well is we have to figure out, is Kenny Atkinson the type of guy who is the dude who's going to come in and slam dunk the ball, or is he the dude who's going to assist it? What do I mean by that? You look at the Golden State Warriors, you've seen how they did Mark Jackson. He got the Warriors to a nice, stable place. They brought in Steve Kerr, and then he went and smashed it. You look at even here with the Brooklyn Nets. They let him create the runway, and then they say, all right, Steve Nash, here go your ball. So can Kenny Atkinson do that? There's a few different things that I'm really waiting to see from this team. Can they make it happen? But before we get up out of here, I want y'all to do this for the boy. If you have not, so go ahead and follow the kid over there on Instagram. let me give you a heads up on this. We're gonna do a giveaway. I'm trying to get this bad boy to 10K, and I got a pair of Mellows over there, still in the box, unworn. I think I'm gonna do a giveaway for folks who follow here and subscribe to the channel. We gotta set it all up. So if you want to get ahead of the game, go ahead and knock that out. It's your main man, AB the Hero. We getting out of here.
The hero. No, not peace. +1, triple B's. We out.